Hi, welcome to Mystic Moons. Today we're going to take a trip. We're going to take a psychic space shuttle trip to Celebrity Land. And where are we going today? First of all, to my subscribers, thank you very much for joining Mystic Moons. And to those who haven't subscribed but are just along for the ride, thank you very much for listening. I hope you will enjoy your visit. If you have any comments, please don't hesitate to run them to us. We appreciate all comments and likes and donations too, if you care to. Candles, cards, whatever. Community reads are very important for us to collectively get together and see what we can see as one. Today we're going to go to first of all, is everybody like seatbelt, psychic helmets on? Today we're going to take a ride to Taylor Swift land. We've been hearing a lot about her and we promise not to do her anymore. However, over and over and over again we hear about Taylor Swift, the superstar. And one can't help but pay attention, of course. And the fact that she made a big splash in London and made a lot of people happy, we're grateful. Happiness is a virtue and a gem to be treasured. However, let's get into that overrated. Well, I can't say overrated. Let's just say it seems as though Taylor just got very excited at some points during her concert. And the fact that she threw or included Travis Kelce into the mix seems like she was throwing some shade, some serious shade towards her exes, namely the beautiful Joe Alwyn and the talented Matty Healy. Both of those are London boys, English boys. And they both have contact mileage and a place in each other's hearts, all three of them. Now the fact that she put him on stage, I mean this superstar, billionaire superstar, putting this linebacker football guy who's going around with a sense of something while his brother is out Jason is out signing fake butts with his name. There's a thing in the news about that. Fake butts, putting his name on them. But we'll let that lie. The point of the matter is we're trying to say that is Taylor showing all this enthusiasm to like get some shade on her two exes? Or is she generally trying to give Travis a chance to be on her level? Of course, we know that's impossible. He is Mr. Taylor Swift, no matter how much he gets endorsements, etc., etc. She's the talent, and she's the talent. And it just seems that with her past boyfriends, if they were in the same business, they wrote songs together, they played together, they did things that were of the heart. This is just showing, like, look at me, I'm having fun, and was she using Travis as her ammunition to fire a few rounds at Joe and Matty? Well, let's do a reading on this and see if Taylor Swift was putting a little ammo in the machine gun of her, I'm here, and so what if this is your territory? I'm here, and look, I don't need you anymore. I don't think about you, especially since Matty's engaged and everything, and so is Joe, even though it's very, very quiet. I don't need you. However, it would have been nice just to have a little meeting and we're friends, but that's not the case. It's like, look who I have. Look who I have. Not that it matters at this point, but still, you know that 6 years together with Joe Alwyn, it's still, no matter what you do, this still is an effect. And Travis, with his parading around and with his red-soled shoes, statements. I can't help but think that that it's a little it's a little forced. And so let's do a reading and see if Taylor Swift was throwing some shade at her past boyfriends. Now, how should we do this? Should we do Joe at once? I'm going to do Matty, because they're both pinnacle to her background. I mean, they're not like average people per se. 6 years is 6 years. You can't discount that time. And he stayed, I wouldn't say he stayed in his lane so much, as though the fact that he thought, it appears that he thought what he had was special. In other words, he wasn't commercializing on publicly 24/7 the way Travis seems to be doing. And it just seems a little forced. It seems something is up. Something is not what it seems to be. I mean, party and have fun and things like that, but there's a little too much me, look at me, Travis, look at me, I'm Travis Kelce, this is my brother, this is me, this is me. And I don't really see, and there's always beer, alcohol, something, and I don't really see, other than having an escort. Of course, I don't have to see, it's none of my business, of course, matter of fact, but Taylor doesn't need the limelight with her, with a love interest following her around, always around. She can carry her own. Okay, let's do this way. Let's first of all to see if let's do a reading on, was she throwing some shade at Joe because and using Travis as a shield? Was she shading Joe with Travis? All right, let's see. Was Taylor, take this one, was Taylor showing Joe that she was over him and he didn't matter? She didn't really, she's got, look who she has. She's leading around like a leash, Travis. However, she's saying, look at this wild man I have. Wild. Okay, so let's just see if she was shading Joe. Alright, first thing we have here is the Queen of Cups. Alright, that's an emotional play. She knew what she was doing. It was a very decisive, and it was a very forced thing. It was a very planned event. In other words, to provoke emotion. It was what it seems to be. It was a stab, because the Queen of Cups is almost like the Queen of Hearts, open and in control. And we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a high energy card, an open battle. It was a battlefield. In other words, the stage was her battle, and she was using Travis as her knight or her captain. Or I would say, she's the captain. Her knight. And Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. Reaction. Setup. Waiting for the effect. It was a setup. It was like, we're just doing this to show Joe up. Look, I have Travis, Joe. And I'm over you. And again, we have the Nine of Pentacles. 2 nines, an 8, and a Queen of Cups. 9 of Pentacles. It was certainly an assessment of like, she knows how to, anyone who's been together with anybody, especially for 6 years, they know what buttons to press. And with the 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups, the setup was there. And with the 8 of Wands, she could take she was delivering some hits. She was definitely delivering some hits with Travis on stage, doing all his coming in and acting like everything was peachy between the both of them, especially after their Lake Como in Italy romantic driveway garage PR dinner. They do things like that, and really we should tell Taylor, it's not necessary. We love you anyway. You don't have to like do these things. And I understand a hurt is a hurt, but watch out for Travis. All right. So let's see. Travis is Travis, and something about the way he parades around that isn't quite comforting. I'll put it that way. It's a little too much bravado. And look at me. Alright, so let's do now. Was she throwing shade at Matty Healy? Was Taylor Swift using Travis to throw shade at Matty Healy? Well, Matty Healy's pretty, like, nonchalant. He's engaged and everything like that. When you do actions to show other people up, it could like, bite you. It can bite you. That's why we shouldn't really do things like that. But anyway, let's see. Is she trying to say, hey, Matty, I got a star of my own. I have a performer. Right, and look at him go. He's bigger than you. He's stronger than you. And so what if you're engaged? I'm going to be engaged too. I don't need you London boys, you English, as my lovers. I got myself an American red-blooded football star. The fact that he might be suffering from CTE, or could be, is not an issue. Right now, I'm living in the moment, and I got this red-souled big guy, and even my kitty cat agrees. She's curious too. So let's just see. Is Taylor using Travis to throw shade at Matty? Alright, does he care? Everybody cares to some degree. Even if they're like, say they don't, they go, wow, gee, I never thought that would happen. Or did Taylor use Travis to throw shade at Matty? Let's look. Alright. We have it. Inverts. Alright, turn it around. That is not what I wanted. Upside down. Alright. Upside down. Okay. So, I still got upside down. Alright. Sneaky. Alright, so anyway, this seems to be like, this is the sneak card, the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands. And since it's not upside down, since it is inverted, upside down, we'll put, no, there was no need to be sneaky. It could be blatant as the time of day. Blatant as the sun in the sky. So what? What are you going to do? That's what her attitude was. So what? I'm going to throw this, I'm going to do it. Then we have the Page of Cups. She could have thrown the idea out there to get an effect. But Matty's always, he's an easy type of guy. He's like, I got my life to lead. I'm not, his intensity is aired out in a different manner than Joe's. However, it was still like point taken. It's an idea. Why not? Why not? And then we have the Two of Pentacles, showing relationship, showing a tie-in, showing that like I got mine and you have yours. Okay, this is secondary. I mean, it was more of a showman. Hey, anybody can do what you do. And here we have the Wheel of Fortune. And I would say that with Matty, it's like not that deep, of course, as it was with Joe. And hey, it's like hey, that's basically. I would say, why not? She said, why not do it? So what? I might as well get a little dig in there. It's not gonna hurt either of us because we're both in different places, even though we work together and we are in the same field. We might as well just throw a little ribbing. Haha, I can do it. Don't take it serious. It wasn't taken serious. It was so obvious that Matty doesn't really give two F's about it. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. But Taylor's going to do it anyway because it made her feel good. And she said, oh, so what? So let's look at this let's look at this. First of all, let's look at this inverted 7 of swords sneak card. Let's see, what can we get from that? Alright. Well, we have the Queen of Wands. And we have the message, the King of Cups. Alright, that's perfectly obvious. It was like the Queen of Wands being Taylor, the fiery Irie, and the message, the Knight of Cups. And I don't have to be sneaky about it, straight up, and I can do it because I can do it. That's what we get there. And let's look upon this Wheel of Fortune is self-explanatory. We don't have to go into it. And for the Page of Cups, let's take a little look. Let's take a little look. Take this one. Page of Cups. This one. Alright? Now, the Page of Cups. Let's see. What do we have here? We have Judgment. And we have 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, there was nothing really like mean or digging. It was just I can do it and why not? I mean, hey, I'm just showing you my power. Judgment and the celebrations. People love a good show, a good romance. I have my man, you have your woman, your new man, and I have your new woman, and I have my new man. And it's just something I can do. And it's just life moves on, stuff like that. So I would say that she had a little bit like a little game with Matty, just to show her power. And her power, Wheel of Fortune, her power is massive. However, let's look upon the Wheel of Fortune, seeing how when one is at the top, how high can one go, and this Travis. Let's see, she used Travis. Let's see. Alright. Let's use this one. And let's take this one. Alright. Ooh. King of Wands. Well, for the Wheel of Fortune, that's composed of a heartbreak and the King of Wands. And we did already have the Queen of Wands under the sneak card and let it all hang out. Well, I would say the basis of that is because she did get a little heartbreak, I would say, from Matty. And maybe this Wheel of Fortune isn't aspected very well because we have the 3 of Swords and we have the King of Wands. Something's bugging Taylor for her to do that. Something's bothering her. It could be that maybe she feels that her two exes have found true love, true relationship, while she is just cosplaying. It could be that way. Considering too how both Matty and Joe are in her field and they have a lot of things in common, as opposed to sports, drinking, bad cursing, bad language. It's a lot of things. I mean, it's class and no class, or just, is that even relevant? I would say that she was sending a message and someone is not happy. Someone, for all the play acting, etc., is not exactly happy. Someone is not very happy. Let's just leave it as that. For all the attention, someone is not happy. Alright, let's wrap it up. If you have a give me a thumbs up, any comments. And I say that Taylor's not happy for her, she's not happy. For all her gregariousness and her acting out. Something's in the mix. Something's in the mix. And I'm not going to say that Travis is shelf life. I'm not going to talk about that. It's simply, we do know that politics and entertainment run hand in hand. And roles are to be played. And it's not the first time nor the last time that roles were intertwined. There's a reason for things, and one must always look to the profit side, the manufacturing elements of product placement, as well as all product placement, right? Otherwise, so anyway, let's get back on our spaceship. Let's head out of Taylor Swift planets and go back and just thaw out and think about that. Look between the lines and see what there is to infer and comprehend. Let's not just take things at surface value. Alright, so anyway, it's a good show. It's made a lot of people happy. And I hope everyone is happy. But I see that Taylor, she's just had a bit of sport. She had a bit of sport. And was it satisfying? I don't think so. I don't think it was that satisfying. But it was done. So the message is extended. Anyway, let's take off, and thank you very much for joining. And if you have any comments, as well as subscribe if you liked it. And if you want a personal reading, contact me and we could set something up. Thank you very much, and adios. Goodbye. Until the next time we decide to take a psychic space shuttle to wherever.